Hi, Nevaeh. I really like your introduction. It's a great statement of intrigue. It says, when I got off that plane, I was freezing ice cold, but it was worth it when I saw my dad with that big smile on his face. And I saw my mom down the hall with my sister. I miss them so much. When I read that, I want to keep reading. I want to know why you were gone. Do you live away from them? Were you coming home? Were you living with relatives? Were you just on vacation? So even if you don't want to dwell on that part of it, you should let the reader, know what's going on there and what you were coming home from. Okay. Um, the other part that I see down here is you I didn't color your stuff correctly, and I'll go over it with you. I know why you colored this entire paragraph green, but you're only supposed to color the dialogue green, which means inside the quotes. I also want to show you how to punctuate quotes correctly because you don't have them punctuated correctly. But this is all part of your incident, and you included the dialogue in your incident, and so most of this should be black because the incident is going to be in black. But let me show you where your dialogue is. But I spoke too soon because the next day they asked me if I wanted to go to school. Instead of an indirect dialogue here, they asked me, put that in. For example, you could say, the next day my mom may ask me, hey, you want to come to school here? Period. A question mark and quotes. And then a new paragraph. A new paragraph with this. I'll think about it, I said. And then new paragraph. Okay, they responded. Okay, so each new speaker is a new paragraph. The other thing I want to know for you is that I like the way you have quotes around your talking, so you know where your talking is. The only thing that you have to make sure of is that you put the period in the punctuation inside your quotes. So this period belongs inside the quote right here. This period right here belongs inside your quotes. And the other thing that you need to know is that this, number one, never use you or the second person in your writing unless you're writing a cookbook or giving directions. We don't want to hear you. Um, it's just not used in a personal narrative. This is about you. You're not talking to the reader. Um, so this is not dialogue. I got to tell you that it was pretty cool. Tour and tour is spelled wrong, so fix that. But I still wasn't sure. Sure is spelled wrong, so fix that. But those two things are not dialogue. So just fix that dialogue, punctuate it correctly. This right here, most of this is your part of the incident and part of your response. Remember, response is anything that you think and how you feel. And your response needs to be in red. So, but I still ended up going to school the next day and I actually loved it. That's part of your response. It tells me how you feel. And I signed up for soccer, so did my cousin. I also loved that too. We came in second place. That's part of This is part of how you felt, your response, and this is part of the incident. We came in second place. We also made a lot of friends, so I decided to go there next year. This is not dialogue, and you punctuate it as dialogue. We made a lot of friends as part of the incident. Okay. Um, I decided to go there next year. This is the only reflection piece in your whole paper. The reflection is how it influenced you and how it changed you. And I'll give you some ideas of how to expand that later. But this reflection would go at the very end of your paper. The blue needs to be at the very end of your paper. This whole thing is not a reflection. Only this sentence is right here. That's the only reflection in your paper. And I'll give you some ideas of how to expand that. And I want it at the end of your paper. This right here is more of your incident and your response. And you've put them together, which is okay. But it needs to come up here above your reflection. The year after that was the best of them all. It was middle school. I did fifth grade there. We had a lot of events there. For example, fling club, sports. We also went to a concert. That was the best year I ever had. That's telling me that's part of the incident. Okay. Well, I thought I was going to that school this year, but I went to a school called Bontoval. Well, the school is okay. This is all part of your opinion, how you feel. So that's your response. I'm hoping another part of how you feel. Okay, your response. I can go back to middle there in the middle school next year. Wish me luck. Okay, so I want to see some of your reflection. How did it change you? How did this event change you? And you, it sounds like you were with your family there, and you're not with your family here. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's the way your writing makes it sound. Um, so you could explain how did spending time with your, if that's true, how did spending time with your family for 2 years change your relationship with your parents? Um, that would be a good thing. How did it influence your self-esteem? You made new friends. Did you develop more confidence? Um, did you think? Uh, how did the school shape you into who you are? Your experiences change your outlook on your life, change your attitude, change your feelings for your family since you spent time with them there. I need to know how it influenced you and how it changed you. Okay, so that's what you want to talk about more so than I decided to go there next year. It's true. That is how it changed you. So I can tell that you wanted to stay there, but why? What was it about the place that you enjoyed so much that you wanted to stay there? And that's going to expand your reflection at the end of your paper. Okay, and those things will go at the end. But other than that, really good start. Go ahead and take that little bit of advice I gave and rewrite the paper and make it better. And uh, do your color coding a little bit more. The only thing, or fix your color coding. The only thing that you're missing is you forgot to highlight your figurative language or your put in bold your sensory details. And I want you to find your sensory details and put them in bold. Good luck.